Part 2 is here. So, I know it's been a while, and with me getting the flu, it took me forever. But here is Tales from the Gas Station, Part 2, by Gastationjack. Enjoy. At the edge of our town, there's a shitty gas station that's open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and sometimes longer. If you were to go inside, you would probably see the tired cashier sitting behind the front desk, doing his best to mind his own business. He's real. You may also see someone else. You may also see something else. If you're curious about the reality of anyone or anything, including yourself, inside the small amnesia-scented, flickering, fluorescent collecting of off-brand junk food dirt, four walls and roof, may I recommend that you follow the cashier's lead and mind your own damn business. I've been working at the gas station almost non-stop since I graduated high school, and at this point, I doubt I could quit if I wanted to. Not long ago, the doctor recommended that I start keeping a journal. After some consideration, I decided I might as well give it a shot. It's not like any of the traditional treatments are having any effect. But enough about me. Let's get back to the interesting thing, the gas station. I spent a decent portion of my shift last night trying to decide how to begin this journal. Where can I start that would make any sense at all? How do I explain the gas station to someone who hasn't experienced it? I've tried telling some of my stories before, so I know what to expect. People don't believe it, or people don't want to believe it. I still remember the difficulty I had last year when I had to call the sheriff's station to explain to the new girl that half a pig had broken into the store, running amok, breaking things, and screaming with the voice of an old woman. Yes, I mean half of a pig. Yes, a pig. The front half. No, this isn't a joke. I'm at the gas station. What do you mean, which gas station? Is this your first day or something? Oh, it is. In that case, can I just please talk to someone else? She finally put me through to Tom. He's the deputy that drew the short straw all those years ago and ended up on the official gas station duties. That was back before his hair had turned all white. It's been in enough times now that all I have to say is, when he picks up the line, is, "It's half a pig. It won't stop screaming, and I can't catch it." And then he grunts, mutters something about being pretty freaking weird, and then drives out to help me catch it. Tom's a good guy. I asked around, but nobody knew where the pig had come from. Farmer Brown, who was still alive at the time, came down to take a look and provide his expert opinion. According to the farmer, the pig had somehow been chopped down the middle, but miraculously, none of the important organs were hit. Nothing supernatural about it, just really unusual. It stayed at the local elementary school as kind of a mascot for the summer, before a scientist and his team from somewhere up north offered the school $1,000 to let them take it. For science, I suppose. I don't mean to ramble, but my point is that it's hard to believe some of these stories. If you haven't been inside the gas station at least once, and maybe you have, we're the only gas station for miles. We're close enough to some big crossroad. If you've ever been out driving in an unfamiliar part of the country and found yourself lost, it's not impossible that you could have found yourself at my door, looking to the top of the gas or asked for directions. If you have a strange memory of a weird place that somehow doesn't seem to fit, then there's a chance we've actually met. It was late into my overnight shift when I decided to just start writing. I took notes about what was happening. I jotted down a few of my stranger memories, but coincidentally decided to leave out these stories that were so unbelievable that I won't even waste people's time with them. I call those the try and forget stories. Trust me, it's better if you don't know. I was writing it all down on a book of receipt paper when Carlos interrupted me. Carlos is one of the part-timers at the gas station. We have a pretty long list of part-time employees here. The owner likes to hire transistent drifters, hitchhikers, passerbyers, and runaways looking for work for a few days. I try not to get to know any of the part-timers. They come and go after a few days, or sometimes a few weeks, rarely long enough to form any kind of meaningful relationship. But then there's Carlos, who's been working here for almost a year now. He started as part of the prison work relief program, unloading trucks twice a week, and was the only one of the 12 prisoners who didn't disappear during a freak snowstorm last December. But that's none of my business. Carlo did his time, and when he was released, they released him. He came to work here, cleaning the store, unloading trucks. He comes in 6 times a day for each of the 30-minute shifts. Now that I think about it, I'm not entirely sure what he does during those shifts. The store is never clean, and the trucks only come twice a week, excluding during the daylight hours as per arrangement following the, incident. Maybe one day I'll ask Carlos what he does for the owner. All I know is that he's the closest thing to a friend that I have here. When Carlos approached me at the register last night, I knew something unusual was going on. He was sweating bullets, pale, and on the verge of passing out. He kept glancing back at the man in the suit that had wandered into the store and was standing next to the frozen drink machine. He told me that he needed to talk now. I told him go ahead, but he refused to say anything unless I followed him into the freezer. I usually hate to leave the front of the store unwatched. We have the occasional shoplifter. Plus there was that one time Rocco got in and made off with 2 cases of cigarettes, but Carlos seemed serious, so I made an exception for him. Once we were in the sub-freezer, safety off the walk-in cooler, Carlo asked me if I had seen the guy in the suit. I said, yeah, I saw him. He asked if I knew the guy. I said, yeah, I'd seen the guy around town. His name was Kiefer. He was running for some kind of office. I can't remember which one, and stopped by the gas station every now and then. He drove an old black SUV that only took premium. I don't know him much from in town, but he was definitely local. His picture was framed in the high school trophy case for one of those sports competitions we had won years and years before I got there. We only have so many things to be proud of. I suppose I knew Kiefer, but we weren't exactly acquaintances. I told all this to Carlos. He shook his head and said, no, that can't be Kiefer. I said, why not? And Carlos told me, that can't be Kiefer, because Kiefer has been dead for 2 days. His body is in my trunk of my car right now. And that's when things started getting weird. It was a very strange night between the hand plants, Farmer Jr., and the cultists that won't leave me alone. I hardly had any time to collect my thoughts. And of course, there was Carlos' situation. I promise I'll come back and tell you about it. First, I need to grab some coffee. Ooh, my ghoulies. So what do you think's up with Kiefer? Why is his body in the back of Carlos's truck? What's up with the hand plants and Farmer Jr. and the cultists? What do you think is going to happen? Well, me, I kind of know. I've read ahead, but I'll let you guys figure it out soon. You guys will be rearing to go for what's coming up next. And there's 8 parts of this, so it'll take a while. And if you guys have any suggestions for new stories, post them down below, or anything you want me to review. I do these stories every Tuesday and reviews every other day I can. But until then, this has been Warlock Boo, hoping to be spooking y'all later. Bye.
I found you!